In 1961, a US bomber broke apart in the sky and dropped 2 nuclear bombs over North Carolina. Each bomb was more powerful than the one used on Hiroshima. One of them came incredibly close to detonating. This is the story of the nuclear disaster that almost happened. It was the height of the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a nuclear standoff. Both sides were preparing for the worst. Bombers were kept in the air, armed and ready to strike at a moment's notice. One of those aircraft was a B-52 Stratofortress, a long-range bomber designed to carry nuclear weapons across the globe. On January 23, 1961, one of these bombers took off on a routine mission. Routine until it wasn't. Shortly after takeoff, the crew noticed something strange. The aircraft was losing fuel, rapidly. A leak had developed in the right wing, and it was getting worse. The pilot made the decision to return to base, but the situation quickly spiraled out of control. The wing began to fail. The aircraft started breaking apart mid-air. At over 9,000 feet, the B-52 disintegrated. As the aircraft broke apart, 2 nuclear bombs were released. They began falling toward the ground, uncontrolled. Each one carried a massive nuclear payload, far greater than Hiroshima. The first bomb deployed its parachute. It drifted slowly toward the ground, almost as if it had been dropped on purpose. But the second bomb fell freely, spinning, unstable. And that's where things became truly dangerous. Inside the first bomb, multiple safety mechanisms existed, designed to prevent accidental detonation. But as it fell, those systems began to activate, one by one. Switches flipped, circuits engaged. Processes started, exactly as they would during a real nuclear strike. Out of several safety steps, all but one were triggered. Just one low-voltage switch stood between North Carolina and nuclear disaster. If that final switch had activated, a nuclear explosion could have occurred. The consequences would have been catastrophic. The bombs hit the ground near Goldsboro, North Carolina. One landed softly thanks to its parachute. The other smashed into the earth, part of it buried deep underground. Recovery teams rushed to the scene. The first bomb was quickly secured, but the second was a problem. Much of it couldn't be recovered. Even today, parts of that nuclear weapon remain buried underground. The incident was kept quiet for years. The public didn't know how close they had come to disaster. Later investigations revealed just how dangerous the situation had been. It wasn't just an accident, it was a near catastrophe. One simple failure could have changed history forever. The Goldsboro crash remains one of the closest calls in nuclear history. A reminder that sometimes the world is saved by the smallest margin. A single switch, a single moment. That's all it took to avoid disaster.